Hello everyone, let's sink the planet. All over the world right now, motorcyclists and motovloggers are riding in solidarity with each other to sink the planet for 2015. So the topic is world peace. If the camera is picking it up, that's a B-29 bomber from World War II right there. The instrument that ended the biggest war that the world has ever known. And my point is, everyone wishes for peace. We all want peace. Nobody wants war. Unfortunately, peace is something that has to be fought for. Some people think that's an oxymoron, think that that's, no, you don't fight for peace. Well, actually you have to. Because unfortunately there are people out there in the world that want to take your freedoms away from you and want to see to it that that they are ruling over you and you have no control over your life. If you think back to World War II, to the history of World War II, who were our biggest enemies? Our biggest enemies were Germany, Japan, Italy, the Axis powers, and the Allies, the British, the Americans, the Australians. A list too big to really name that I can't remember them all. The Allies fought against the Axis and to stop fascism and the takeover of other countries by the Axis powers, to stop Hitler, to stop Mussolini, to stop Tojo. And what was the result? The result was we had a worldwide war to do that. The peace was broken. The peace had to be restored, and it had to be restored through right of arms. In fact, probably some would argue the biggest scientific breakthrough in history occurred because of warfare, and that was the creation of the atomic bomb in order to end that war. And the atomic bomb saved millions of American lives that would have been it would cost to invade Japan to finish the war. My point is this, it's been since 1945 when the war ended, and who are our best allies right now? Who are some of our best friends in the world today? Yes, Germany, Japan, and Italy. And that's because they were utterly defeated. You have peace once you have your opponent utterly defeated. That's the end result of warfare, if it's done right. Now, people say, how do you do warfare right? Well, World War II was an unlimited war. Cities were bombed. Civilians were killed. But that was due in part to the technologies of the time. Nowadays we have smart bombs and we have drones that can perhaps take out a single individual, you know, in a country thousands of miles away. And whereas we say, well, that's a humane way to do it, and perhaps it is, but it doesn't end the war. It just continues it on a much, much smaller level. Sure, there's less collateral damage, and that's great, but it doesn't end the war. And so we have wars like we're in with the war of terror, like the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan. Now, I'm not saying, well, we should nuke Afghanistan or we should nuke Iraq, although some people have made fairly good arguments for that. What I'm saying is, everybody wants peace, but everybody disagrees about how we get there. We can't just all sit around and join hands and sing Kumbaya, because our enemies, and we do have enemies, are not going to do that. So, let's all wish for world peace on this day, and let's all work toward world peace. But let's not be under any illusions that it's going to be easy or that it's not going to cost lives. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. And take care, and peace, everyone. Bye-bye.